Let me ask you: did Allen Iverson have help when he went to the NBA Finals with a DPOY and a Six Man of the Year? Did Allen Iverson have help?
I mean,
I
he
would
had
say
teammates.
I would say no.
You would say
I
no.
mean,
Now, with a Defensive Player of the Year and a Six Man of the Year, he
I'm
didn't have
saying
help.
I would definitely say he has some help.
he
Just
had some help.
Okay,
I'm all for it. The help might not be the same because
yeah.
people, G,
true.
he like looking
Your
at the
man's,
levels of the help, but
your
he had
man's
some
I'll
help.
say
Mellow.
no. Like he had to carry so much of the workload.
All right,
You
that's
still had
cool.
to.
Your man's Mellow doubled back with a Six Man of the Year and a DPOY and Tyson Chandler. J.R. Smith, one of his best seasons ever. Then you have Chris Copeland, a great three and D player at that time. You have Steve Novak, another great three and D player at that time. Iman Shepard, another great defender at that time. And then these were knockdown shooters that at the same time when they got to the playoffs, he wasn't passing the ball. He was pump faking, and passing out, not passing the ball not one time. So
I feel like he,
When I say T Mac, you gotta I look at it as fine. Melo best attribute is scoring. One scoring championship, that's cool. Gold medalist, I could win a gold medal if I'm playing on the team with Prom Dwight, Kobe, LeBron, Chris Paul. I could win a gold medal if I'm playing on that team.
Not really, because they lost to France.
Look,
How many times
it's
the
so
US
funny.
team lost?
I want to say so. It's so funny though, because when I do my research for these topics and stuff, I always look for big moments. So I research, Carmelo and Tracy McGrady's big moments. And one of Carmelo's big moments was winning Olympic rings. And I didn't understand that because I wanted his big moments in the NBA. And I understand that's a part of basketball, but it's like when you compare Tracy McGrady's big moments to Carmelo, Carmelo hasn't had that many.
I mean, Tracy's that one. Tracy,
Tracy's
Even though
never been out of the
Carmelo,
first round.
even though I'm talking about
I
just
don't
big
do that.
moments in
Don't do
games,
that. Yeah,
in
don't do that.
games.
Don't do that.
And I just put up the matchup for you guys that I don't know if you want me to put it back up, but the head-to-head matchup between Carmelo
Like,
and I did have it up on the screen, and Carmelo is scoring more points, and
this is wild
Tracy
because
won more
like
games
this,
against him.
like leading up into this, I'm going to be arguing in favor of Tracy McGrady the whole time because like I think he's a better player. But like when you say who had a better career, like
only thing you're looking at is longevity. Like
But you got
that,
but
yeah, like
And he's
listen,
not even a man though either, so we got to take that longevity into consideration. That on the Thunder, he faded out, and then Houston they phased him out, and then he was gone for a year, and he came back as a backup role in Portland, did kind of
Houston
good, but
didn't
then
hold on. Houston didn't phase him out. If you
Houston phased him out.
nah,
Houston didn't phase him out.
he was
It
bugging.
was me personally. Listen, like I stated, I'm a Knicks fan. I told Houston people, the people that I know that like Houston and all of that, I told them that Melo wasn't gonna be on that team for a long time. You know why I told him that? He doesn't like Mike D'Antoni, so I don't even know why he went that way. Him and Mike
I
D'Antoni
mean, you
don't
got
like each
James
other,
Harden. I would go that way
and
too.
I understand that. But him and Mike D'Antoni don't like each other. Melo playing style and how Mike D'Antoni wants him to play, it never worked. And they butted heads, and that's why they went their opposite directions. Well, Mike D'Antoni got fired, quote unquote, stepped down. But you got to understand they never liked each other. So Mike D'Antoni as a head coach, and he's being proven. And Melo wasn't gonna go in there and bully Mike D'Antoni way out of there. He wasn't gonna do that. That's why Houston didn't ice him out. Him and Mike D'Antoni never got along, so it wasn't a good place for him to even land.
Yeah,
It
but
wasn't.
then what happens to him going out of the league for a year? Nobody wanted to touch him. That's called phasing out.
Now
Even
that
Steven
that
Jackson talked on it because it happened to Steven Jackson too. Oh, he lost connection. But even Steven happened to Steven Jackson. He just talked about it. Like the NBA phases plays out. Like they do. They do all the time. Teams phase players out and then they can't get jobs nowhere else. They do. They do it all the time. So that's what happened to Carmelo.
a
Carmelo
player is
got phased out.
a player is a product, and they're trying to sell a product. You know, to
Yeah,
like get
but
consumers to buy tickets. Like, it's like having flavor of a food. Like, they've already tasted it. They want something new.
all
I
right, yo guys,
mean,
I gotta be out.
all right, Sean, thank you for stopping by.
All right, yeah, I'll be back next time.
All right, word. But yeah, but I get it. I get it. It is a product. It is a product, but I don't know. I don't know. But back to the conversation. Melo, and Tmac. Like Carmelo ever had, a crazy comeback last couple of seconds, 8
Like
points.
13.
Like,
Tracy's biggest moment is better than any other.
that's what I'm saying. Like,
Because
Carmelo's clutch.
Tracy averaged like 32 points a game one year or something like that.
Yeah, 32 is his highest.
Yeah.
Like, he played 16 years. He made it to 9 playoff trips, and I understand, he's 2-time first All NBA, 2-time scoring leader, 13 points in 33 seconds. Like, he started the self-alley-oop. Like,
yeah, but I have McGrady as a better player, but like in terms of who had a better career, like when your career only lasts 6 years, like that's not a good career. Like it's just not. Like if
his
you
career didn't last 6 years. What are you talking about?
Okay,
his prime.
His prime,
dude. After that, he was averaging like 4 points, 5 points. Like you're not really playing. You're just there.
No, he came in the league in 97, 98 is 7. I'm gonna go straight down all the years he's been here. 7 points, 9 points, 15 points, 26 points, 25 points, 32 points, 28 points, 25 points, 24 points, 24 points, 21 points, 15 points, 8 points, then 3 points. Then he comes back and has 9 points, 8 points, and then 5 points to finish his last career. So what are you talking about? 3, 4, 5 points. He was still.
So the last 10 years of his career, he was shit.
Okay. He played 30 games, 6 games, 24 games.
Like the only reason why Tmac's career,
he wasn't playing at the end of the career. He was hurt.
Exactly.
All right. So that's why he would average that.
Like, exactly. So it's not good.
Say it in the context that you got to say it in. Like, say it in that context. Like, he didn't play 6 years. He played a long time. He just on the back end of his career, he wasn't effective because of injury.
And even his prime, this whole career.
It's not that he wasn't even effective. He wasn't available.
Who could stop Tmac in his prime 1-on-1?
In his prime.
In his prime. What was Kobe saying about Tmac in his prime? What was Kobe saying?
People were saying Tmac was better than Kobe.
But what was Kobe saying about him? Not what people were saying. What was Kobe saying about him?
People had Tmac as better than Kobe.
This guy had to stick. Why? Because he's bigger than me. He can do everything I can do. Like Tmac was that guy. Health is the only thing that derailed his injury. His career. So we got to say that in the context of, he had a short career. No, it was 16 years long, but he didn't play effectively in his last 5 years. He was injured. I give you that. But you just can't be like, look at his last couple of years. He averaged 4 or 5 points. GK, that's not fair.
How is it not?
That's not fair. I'm not taking that as fair. It's not fair.
Why? If you're not playing, how is that? Oh my God, dude. How is it good? How is it a good thing if you're not?
Nobody's
playing?
saying
How is
it's
it a
not.
good thing?
Nobody's saying it's not good. But
so then, why are you giving him credit for something that's not good?
I'm not giving him credit. I'm just telling you, don't start to give him the credit that he deserves. Don't
what
say that.
Credit? How can you give somebody credit for something that's not good?
Because you said over saying he played 6 years when he didn't. G.
Yeah, he basically saying that he was only good for like 6 years. Some shit.
I get what he's saying. I get what he's saying, but
what am I saying that's wrong? I don't understand.
That he played for 6 years and he didn't. GK,
no, he was wrong. No, he was only good for 6 years.
So say that, and I will agree with you. His prime lasted 6 years. His prime lasted 6 years. I will give you that. His prime lasted 6 years.
Yeah, and Melo's prime lasted like 15 years. Like it's night and day.
15 years?
15 years is crazy, GK. I ain't gonna lie.
15 years, GK.
He came into the league.
I don't mind pulling up Carmelo's numbers.
Okay, let me ask. He came into the league in when? The year 2000? What year?
The year came the same with LeBron in 03.
03. Okay.
Yeah, 03,
so
04.
Okay. So what was his last year on the Knicks?
2016.
Yeah, 2016, 2017.
Okay, so that's 13 years, right? So for 13 years, he averaged over 20 points.
Okay, so just because a player averages over 20, so that's what you're taking as his prime, just him averaging 20 points?
So what player outside of their prime averages over 20 points?
What player outside?
Huh?
What?
What player that's like not in their prime is averaging over 20?
Is Melo doing that?
Yeah.
With who?
From the
Melo was still in his prime on the Knicks, so we're not
still in his prime.
I would give you that. He like the 20 points, but
from the time he got drafted to the time he left the Knicks, that was 13 years. That's 13 years of averaging over 20 points. So like,
but that's what I'm saying. Just averaging over 20 points. That's what else? That's it. Just the points. That's what I'm saying. Just the points.
But carrying the whole offensive load for 13 years.
What did he carry?
Tracy McGrady didn't do that.
Tracy McGrady didn't carry the load?
He ain't do what?
Not